I started a live salad delivery company in 2021 called Leaf Exchange, and it failed in its very infancy, and I thought I would just tell you the story about that failed business and what I learned while I cut my telephone number off of 5,000 flyers that I had made up that I never delivered. This was in the summer of 2021, and if anyone remembers it from the UK, it was a very nice summer. It was also during lockdown, or semi-lockdown, and my plan was to grow tiny little salad plants like this, enough that you could cut a few leaves off and they may still grow, or you could harvest the whole thing, and I would deliver those to people through their kitchen windows. They could have them sat on the kitchen window shelf, cut their salad, and when it was done, like a delivery service, I would come and pick up the old plants, take those back, and deliver them a whole set of new live salad plants. So the business was going to be called Leaf Exchange. I did grow salad, and I did get my first customer, which was great. And then one day I lost all of my stock in the sun. I didn't get the water on the salad plants fast enough, and all of my salad plants died. And that was the nail in the coffin for that business. That's why I gave up ultimately, is I just thought the margins here are too thin, and the sun's come out, it's too fragile for my size right now. But what I was growing is spinach, rocket, and mustard greens at the time, and I put my products on Facebook Marketplace, and I said live salad delivery. I think I put the price as £1 each, and a lady said, "Yes, please, I will have 6 of those." What a feeling! Anyone that started a small project and then gets their first customer knows what a good feeling that is. So she said, "I'll have 6. So very excitedly, I took 6 of the best ones from my hundreds of salad plants and put them on my bike, on the trailer, cycled, took me about 15-20 minutes to get to where she was located. And I got there, she was saying, "Wow, how lovely this is." And she didn't have enough cash. So it would have been £6. I think she had £4.50 or something. And so she paid me half in money and half in plants. She gave me cuttings from some of her plants. I just thought that was very fitting that the business was called Leaf Exchange. And the first order was half money, half plants. So that was the first order. And very quickly after that, the sun came out and completely shreked all of my salad plants. But there's another issue for small growers in the UK right now, and that is, if you are the grower of some produce and you then deliver it directly to the customer. So you are the only person that touches that plant. You grew it and you deliver it. You do not need a plant passport. You are perfectly fine to be growing, delivering, and selling. The second, you introduce someone else into the business. So you introduce a delivery driver, a third party. So you have you, the grower, the delivery driver, and the customer. You need to have your facility inspected. That sounds quite good, right? But you need to have your facility inspected, and then you need to have a plant passport for every single plant that you grow. So each of my individual tiny salad plants would have needed their own individual plant passport. And as a small grower, that means starting from zero with just me delivering, I would have got some economies of scale. So the more plants I grew, the soil would have been cheaper, the watering, I could have watered a larger area in the same amount of time with a hose pipe. So my costs would have slowly decreased and my profit margin would have gone up. There's not much profit margin in a small salad plant. But the second I wanted to expand and have a delivery driver, bang, my costs would have just massively increased in that moment, and I would have had to, it would have set me back a bit. I know that is how it works in a lot of businesses, but just at the time, growing salad in a small garden, it wasn't feasible for the level of production that I was doing. Another failure that I had is that I had all of my stock in one place. So if I'd had the stock in two places, perhaps the sun might have been less powerful in the second location and some of my stock would have survived. Another failure is that I didn't have a routine for watering them. There wasn't some system in the business where failures like not watering the plants would have been instantly picked up the night before. So if I hadn't watered them for 2 days in a row, for example, alarm bells would have gone off in the system. Something like that. What's another failure? Oh yeah, I didn't do enough, so I wasn't growing enough. And yeah, I only had one customer at the time. But very quickly, if I'd had more customers, I would have run out of stock. I should have been planting every day and having my own tag system, so I knew which ones had been planted on Tuesday the 16th that would have been ready for Wednesday the 2nd of the next month, 3 weeks later. I should have had a timeline where they were all going through. Another failure, I should have also had these flyers already. There's no way I should have had these flyers. Also, you'll notice it's 2024 right now, and I've had these flyers sat there in my house, getting in the way the entire time, and that's because I wasn't ready to let go. I think I had an idea that I was actually going to go and hand these out in a new area and see if I could set it up again. But actually, I'm not interested in doing this. I want to grow food for myself. I don't want to start a business growing food. Also, the margins on food delivery, food growing, are super tight. I went to the farmers' protest not too long ago in Trafalgar Square and talked to a few farmers there. Not only are they getting squeezed on taxes, but supermarkets squeeze farmers so hard. It's real tough growing food because it's so fragile and there's so many hoops because we need our food to be safe. I do understand that. I do understand you can't just have a lot of random people growing random food and not be able to trace the disease that comes off it. I do understand that. But it kind of squeezes the small grower out of the space unless they're really, really committed. So there, that was my leaf exchange experience. It's super fun starting little projects. You should have a go. So imagine I'd put that up on Facebook Marketplace and got hundreds of people saying, I would like this. Then you know that there's an idea there. Then you know that there's legs on the business. Thanks for watching. This is my story of failing. I've got lots of those. I'm Alex Northrall. If you want to talk to me about confidence or sales, send me a message. Thanks for watching.